Our next guest is Columbus Dons girls basketball coach Eric Wilson. Coach, thanks for joining us and welcome to our program this evening.
I appreciate having me, guys. Appreciate the coverage all year as well.
And your team off to a good start, 4-2 so far this year. Fill us in on what you've seen from the Dons so far this season.
Yeah, it's been a really good start to the year. I don't know that we maybe performed as well as we wanted to against Neilsville and Assumption, but we're young, and as the year goes on, I think we'll get better, but we did compete against those two teams, so overall, pretty happy with the start of the year.
And you've got some very good talented ball players on your roster this year. If you can, fill us in some of the young ladies on your team and what they mean to your success so far this year.
Sure. We've got 3 seniors. Kate Casperson's coming back. She's a guard for us. She was honorable mention last year. She's a really good shooter. She's become a really good leader for us as well. Chase Blinker as well, another captain for us. She's just getting back in the groove. She missed the first couple weeks of practice with a foot injury, but great leader for us. And then our third senior is Jaylee Garneau. Is a great leader for our younger kids and has taken a lot of them under the wing and just showed them a lot of things about getting around and making sure they're at practice on time and what we do. Couple juniors, Sophie Wilczek, obviously this will be her third year starting on varsity. Aubrey Lambrecht as well, and then our sophomores, Izzy Holtz, who was our leading scorer last year, who is second team all-conference, and then Maddie Bernick, who has brought a post presence to us that we haven't had. She has a physicality that we probably haven't had before, and I think some people are surprised by that, so she's done a great job to start. Then we got a couple freshmen. Kenley Hilgeman, expect huge things from her. She had a great volleyball season as a freshman, really athletic, and is playing varsity minutes for us right now. And then Ellie Gardner, who's leading us in scoring right now, who is just a really good basketball player, and it's her passion. And she's brought a lot to the team. She doesn't just score. She's done a lot of other things that get other kids shots as well.
Coach, I believe that the players you just mentioned, the 9 players you have, consist of your program. You do not have a JV team this year, but nonetheless 9 solid ball players this year. Yeah,
Gene, I've done a couple interviews before too. We had 13 all summer, and we had some kids make some choices right before the season that they decided to go play a different sport, some club sports, etc. And don't want to focus on that. I wish they were playing. I do believe that, but I also am trying to focus on who's there. The kids that are there are putting a bunch of time in. They've done everything we've asked of them, and the reality is they're stuck together as a team. So we're in a decent place right now. Other than it wouldn't be nice to have a JV team.
Do you find, Coach, that when you've got low numbers like that, there's perhaps some bonding with those ball players together that makes them more of a cohesive group?
Absolutely. I mean, the one thing I'll tell you is there's a little less drama. The reality, I can flat out say that with the 9. We talk about it a lot. They've got to play for each other, and if they've set some goals, some very high goals, and they've got to stick together to get there. And I think they've bought into that. And so you see our freshmen and our seniors doing drills together. You see them making sure that the freshmen get to practice if they need a ride. That's something it's a big deal as the season goes on.
Tell us about some things this team does well on the floor this year.
The one thing I think we're going to do really well, we probably haven't done it as well as I thought we would yet, is shoot the ball. We've had glimpses. We shot the ball really well the first 2 games of the year. We shot the ball then actually fairly well against Neilsville, a couple kids. We've got really good guard play right now, and then honestly, we're going to rebound the ball better than we ever have. Maddie Bernick, Chase Blinker, and Kenley Hilgeman, we have not been out-rebounded by more than 2, and I think that was 2 games, and the other ones we actually usually beat people on the boards pretty well. So our guard play and then our rebounding is 2 strengths that we really have going on this year.
I know, seeing Chase Blinker in the past, he looks like he can be a rather physical ball player on the inside. That would be a big help for you this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she started for us last year. She's just rounding back, getting back into basketball shape. She's going to play a lot of minutes, whether that's coming off the bench or starting. It may vary a little bit here and there, but she definitely brings a presence inside.
Larry, any questions you have for Coach Wilson?
I noticed you mentioned freshmen and sophomores stepping up. Of course, you only have 9 players, but have they been a surprise as to how well they have done this early in the season or not?
For me, no.
No. Okay.
The only reason I say it is they've been around our program. For example, Izzy Holtz, I don't think is surprising to anybody. She's
right.
Top of the scouting report, second team all-conference last year. Ellie Gardner has played with us all summer. She's really skilled. She maybe surprised some teams, not what she did in my mind. So from there, she's just she lives in the gym. So she's just doing what she does most of the time.
Offensively or defensively, I know we talked with Coach Knott from Pittsville they like to hang their hat on the defense. What about you guys?
I would say the same, but I would say the one thing I believe in is we're going to play a little faster. I mean, I hear you talk about it quite often, Larry. You know where I come from. I come from with Joe on the boys' side. I do believe on the girls' side that if you can play faster, you have an advantage. I think you have to play good defense, and I think we've proven that we played good defense. And we held a really good Neilsville team to 49 points last week, and that was with a bunch of free throws at the end. So we can play defense, but we want to play faster. And even with the people asking me the lower numbers, is that okay? Yeah, these kids can play a lot of minutes. The reality is faster pace, but we can't turn the ball over a lot as we do it. So definitely need to play defense, but I think you need to score the ball too, and that makes us a little different.
The 2 losses you had were 2 ranked teams in the state. What did you learn from those? I know they were losses, but teams always learn from those.
You know, as a coach, coming out of them right away, before you take a step back, you're irritated a little bit because you kind of think you had a chance, and we had a chance in both games. I mean, we were at the Assumption. I think we were down 8 at half. We were close, and we lost the Jay Galinsky girl a couple times and gave up a couple threes. We had to battle back. In the past, in that Assumption game, we would have lost by 40. We came back and just battled, and then Neilsville. I mean, you know, we went down 11-0 to Neilsville, and I would have told you last year, the year before, we probably beat by 50 when that happens. We came back and we got back in the game where we got within 4 or 5, 3-4 times in the first half. We were right there. I like where our kids are at right now, and we talk a lot about this. They have to start to believe, though, that they can compete with them. I think it's this mindset piece of them. They're just as good, and I'm not taking anything away from those 2 teams. We just have to believe that we're on that same level, and I think we're getting there.
What about that Eastern Clover Belt this year? I know Neilsville, Owen Withy, you guys probably up there in the mix.
Sure. Yeah, I think if you look at that, there's a lot of good teams in the Eastern Clover Belt. I think everything starts with Neilsville. I mean, I think it's 76 in a row or something like that. I looked at it the other day because somebody asked me, and until somebody beats them, they're the team to beat. And what Mr. Geyer's done over there, what John's done, we all look to replicate that. So, and then I think Owen, they may not be as skilled as they were past years, but they're really well coached, and now they're coming off a trip to state, so they have a lot of confidence. I think we're right in that mix in the top 2 or 3. I think it can go either way, and I think we're going to get better as the year goes on.
Coach, last year you got some great production from Izzy Holtz as a freshman. Can you talk about the progression she's made in her game from her freshman year to her sophomore year?
Sure. Last year I think she was trying to fit in to start the year. She wanted to make sure people knew that she respected the seniors, et cetera, and we had to work on that a little bit through the year, to be honest with you. Like, you're good enough that you got to lead, from there, and I think she's taken on more of a leadership role this year. She's kind of that person in between maybe the Ellie Gardners and the freshmen and our seniors that kind of brings those 2 together. Her and Sophie Wilczek do that. We're still working a little bit with Izzy that, hey, you're as good as you want to be. Don't defer from there. And when she doesn't defer, she's really tough to stop.
How about your coaching staff for this year?
Yeah, coaching staff for this year, Jake Konitsky is still assistant coach on the varsity. Dan Holtz would have been our JV coach if we had a JV program, but he's still helping out. And then Brianna Varshall.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's girls basketball game here in the Eastern Clover Belt Conference. We got the visiting Columbus Dons here to take on the Spencer Rockets in the Eastern Clover Belt as we are getting into the season, a couple weeks into the season, I should say. These teams have played some Clover Belt Conference games so far, and the Spencer Rockets are coming off of a win at Colby, 41-30. That was last Thursday. They sit at 2-3 on the season. They are 1-2 in the Eastern Clover Belt Conference with losses to Gilman and Loyal. And so that's the Spencer Rockets, are, as I mentioned, 2-3 on the season. Meanwhile, the Columbus Dons are coming off of a win, 66 37 over Gilman. Last Thursday, a very impressive showing from the Dons. They moved to 5-2 on the season. They've got a lot of basketball in already, and they are 2-1 in the Eastern Clover Belt coming into tonight's game. With their other victory was against Greenwood, and then they lost to Neelsville. And so this is their third out of 4 to begin this Clover Belt Conference. Columbus has had 3 out of 4 road games to begin the conference schedule, with tonight here at Spencer, before they go into a 3-game homestand, I should say around the Christmas break time. But the Columbus Dons will look to keep things rolling here tonight against Spencer. These two teams met multiple times last season as well. And I will get that to you in just a minute, but for now, let's take a quick break because I have to look up those stats anyways as far as for the game meetings last year. But let's take a quick break here, and we'll be back with more on our post-game or pre-game show here from Spencer High School. You're watching high school basketball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with a smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield, is your local Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. They have it all, including farm tractors and the best-selling and #1 rated in durability and owner experience Kubota compact do-it-all tractors. And don't forget the versatile Kubota RTV utility vehicles, along with Kubota zero-turn mowers for the best lawn care equipment. Get them all at Chili Implement. Chili Implement is open Monday through Saturday. Call us or visit our website at chiliimplement.com.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
And welcome back here to Spencer High School. Ben Brecht with you here tonight for the Columbus Dons and the Spencer Rockets, as we got girls basketball action here early season in the Eastern Clover Belt Conference. And before the break, I told you I was going to get you the meetings from last year, and I did. So these two teams played twice last season. The first one, the Columbus Dons, were able to get the victory here at Spencer by a score of 37-35. I remember doing that game. That was a really tight game all the way down to the end. And then Columbus was able to squeeze that one out there against the Rockets. The second time these two teams met, it was a 65-41 Dons victory. As the Dons kind of pulled away from the Rockets there in the second half. And so both meetings last season went to Columbus. And we'll see how this game goes as the Dons putting together a very strong start to begin the season. And this is always a tough place to play here in the Dome. It's always loud, and we'll see if that goes into effect here tonight. We are going to get a quick break here for our national anthem as we get set for this one here tonight.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
And welcome back as we get wrapped up with the national anthem here. We're going to take a look at tonight's starters here for the Columbus Dons and the Spencer Rockets. Let's first take a look at the starters tonight for Columbus. Starting the senior number 1, Kate Casperson. Starting a sophomore, number 2, Izzy Holtz. A sophomore, number 3, Maddie Bernick. Junior, number 4, Sophie Wilczek. And then freshman, number 30, Ellie Gardner. The Dons are led in scoring this season by Ellie Gardner, averaging 19.2 points per game. The sensational freshman is having a good start to this year. Kate Casperson has 9.5 points per game. And then Izzy Holtz with 9.3 rounds out the top 3 scorers for Columbus. Three-point shooting is a big part of the Dons' offense, and that has come through Kate Casperson as she's averaged 39% from behind the arc to start this season. And then coming in next, Izzy Holtz with 27%. She can knock them down as well. Now let's take a look at the starters for the Spencer Rockets. Starting a senior number 1, Emma Schultz. Senior number 3, Alexa Weber. Sophomore number 5, Nellie Borst. Sophomore number 15, Addie Soik. And senior number 21, Autumn Davis. Quickly off the tip and a quick pass ahead, Ellie Gardner getting it done. Dons aggressive to start. Beautiful pass by Izzy Holtz and a 2-0 Columbus lead, and that's going to go out of bounds. It will go back to Columbus. Don's doing a good job early in this one. They've come out, at least in the first 20 seconds, played with some good energy. As Gardner will bring it across half court. Nice little trap there. Able to dribble out of that. Kick in the corner left. Corner 3 off. Rebound down to Emma Schultz. Quick pass ahead here with Bortz. And travel call on Nellie. And so it'll be a turnover back to Columbus. Meanwhile, looking at the stats here for the Rockets, they're led in scoring this season by Autumn Davis, averaging 20.6 per game. She is their offense, and everything runs through her. And she's put together another fantastic season. Every year she's put together fantastic seasons for Spencer. And second is Addie Soik with 7 points per game, and then Alexa Weber with 5.2. Rounds out the top 3 scoring there. That 3 off the mark. Schultz comes down with her second rebound. Davis now, logo 3 is no good. It's a little deceiving because the logo goes all the way to the three-point line. I've never seen a logo go that far past the center, I should say. We might have a lot of logo threes here tonight. Gardner driving inside, finds Wilczek, and she's going to go now to the line shooting 2. And so Sophie Wilczek will go to the Serve Pro free throw line here to shoot. Serve Pro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. First one off the mark. One more coming here for Wilczek. That one's up and in. Pass ahead, corralled underneath. Now getting inside Davis. That's going to get knocked away. Bernick will come away with it there for Columbus. I'll give Bernick a block on that one, and then she turns it over on the other end. Schultz comes back with it. And then that pass will go out of bounds back to Columbus. Maddie Bernick has come into the starting lineup over the past couple of games, and she's been playing really, really well here for the Dons as she's been inserted. And off to a good start in this one. Right corner 3 for Holes, no good. Bernick right there for the rebound, and a travel call on Maddie down low. They'll inbound here to Alexa Weber, over to Davis. Quick pass ahead, able to break that press. Just can't finish down low. It's going to get tipped out. It will stay on this end here with Spencer. The Rockets have done a nice job here in the opening couple of minutes of breaking that full court press that the Dons have put on. I've seen many teams struggle with that here early this season, but Spencer doing a nice job at least early on, getting the ball down the court. There, an offensive foul called on Autumn Davis, her first, team second, as Gardner stepped in to take the charge. Quick pass up here to Wilczek, or to Holes. Now going inside to Blanker. Kick back out, Gardner for 3. That's in and out. Rebound back down there to Borst. Borst driving, shooting, that is no good. Blanker comes down with the board. She came in off the bench. Over to Gardner into the right corner. He's swinging around. Driving down that right baseline. Gardner, that's going to get tipped eventually around. And there's the basket in transition. Alexa Weber came with it. Got out to Autumn Davis. And now the Rockets on the board here, 3-2. As it looks like Wilczek got hit in the face. So she'll come and take a seat for a second as Gardner will bring it up here for Columbus. Kick out, Casperson for 3 and knocks it in. First 3 of the night for Kate Casperson. That was a nice looking shot. Look to go inside to Bortz. That's going to get stolen away by Gardner. Gardner now dribbled, left wing 3. That's no good. Holtz comes down with the rebound. Inside, Blanker for 2. Chase Blanker finishing through the contact, and 8-2 Dons lead. That's going to go out of bounds. Another turnover for the Rockets, as Maddie Bernick will come back in. And we got a timeout 30-second timeout taken by Spencer, and we will take it with them. We'll be right back with more basketball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
And welcome back here to Spencer High School. Rockets take a timeout. And it will be Don's basketball as they look inside to Bernick, and Maddie Bernick finishes for 2. Another nice pass down low and another nice finish out to a 10-2 lead here for Columbus. Back out here to Emma Schultz, loses it. Davis gets it back. Driving, and we're going to get 2 shots. Davis will go to the line. Foul called there on, I believe on Hilgeman they're going to get. It's either Hilgeman or Blinker. I guess you could call it on either one. And so Autumn Davis at the free throw line knocks in the first. Quickly looking at the stats here for Spencer, they do a nice job as a team of forcing turnovers. They force about 13 turnovers a game. And so Columbus is going to want to take care of the basketball here tonight. They want to come away with the victory. So far, so good. Their offensive possessions have looked very clean and efficient. They get it inside. Blanker, kick back out. Now Gardner on the left wing. Looking inside once again, Blanker. Nice pass out. Free throw line jumper, good for Ellie Gardner. She's off to a good start here for Columbus in a 12-4 lead. Autumn Davis with it on the right wing. Good pressure by Ellie Gardner on defense. Now a long logo 3. That's off the mark. Bernick down with the rebound once again. Dribbling inside, Gardner. Kick out to Holt. Now inside, Bernick, and misses that one. Scramble on the floor. Davis comes out with it. Quick pass ahead here to Danica Weber. Shot in the middle of the lane, no good. Blanker comes down with the board. Blanker at the free throw line, nice pass out, holds for 3. That's going to go out of bounds. It will go back to the Rockets. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Good start here for Columbus. This is exactly what you want to do on the road, is get off to a good start. Don't let the other team try to get any momentum. And Columbus has come out with some good energy here early in this one. And there's a missed 3 down to Bernick. Wilczek bringing it up. Looking to go inside. That's going to get tipped out, and it will go back to Columbus. See the Dons looking to get it down into those on the block, getting post catches on the block. It's been pretty successful. Little inside-out game. Inside to Bernick, and jump ball. Possession goes to Spencer. Excuse me, that's a held ball. I knew I would do that at some point. Held ball. Schultz passing ahead here to Soik. That's going to go sailing out of bounds. And this Don's defense forcing some turnovers here by the Rockets early on. Wilczek will bring it across. Gardner dribbling inside, loses it, and it's going to eventually be taken away by Davis for her first steal of the night. She leads the Rockets with steals, and we got a foul called there on Izzy Holtz. As Chase Blinker will come in for her. ShedsDelivered.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids, and get more information at ShedsDelivered.com. Subs back into the game here for the Rockets. 12-4, Dons with the early lead. Kick over, Casperson, left corner three, that's off. Bernick right there for the rebound again, and now another held ball. And this time it'll stay on this end. Gardner to inbound. Hitting into Blanker. Back out, Wilczek, dribbles to the free throw line, kick out Casperson. Blanker inside, has that one taken from behind. Eventually down to Autumn Davis. Going cross, left wing three. That's rolls in and out. Gardner down with the board. Over to Casperson. Gardner driving along that right baseline and gets the reverse to go. Beautiful reverse lay-in from Ellie Gardner. Out to a 10-point game now. Kick out, Autumn Davis on the top. Misses that one. Bernick once again with a rebound. Gardner bringing it up. Inside Bernick. And offensive foul is going to be called there on Maddie Bernick. She very aggressively cleared space. And so we got 10 minutes left in this first half, a 10-point Columbus Dons lead. They got off to a quick start, but it's since been slow going for both teams, I should say. Spencer offensively has been taking a lot of threes. They've just been missing them. Here's another three. That one's off the side of the rim. Casperson comes down with it. Back over, Wilczek for three. That's no good. That's going to go out of bounds, and it will stay on this end off of the Rockets. Danny Sobak comes back in. Blanker. Beautiful screen by Blanker, but Holst can't get the three. It's going to go out of bounds back to the Rockets. Nice play design out of that inbounds. Rockets getting it quickly down the floor, and we're going to get a foul called. As Sobak will go to the free throw line here, shooting two. That's going to be on Blanker. Or nope. Yep, that is on Blanker. They didn't change the scoreboard in here yet. Second free throw is up and in. Wilczek looking to go inside to Hilgeman, and we're going to get another tie-up. Held ball, possession goes to the Rockets. At Stratford Plumbing and Heating, your comfort and convenience is their top priority. They service all brands and do complete furnace and air conditioning installation with professional service to Stratford, Marshfield, and the surrounding areas. Call Stratford Plumbing and Heating today, your home comfort experts. Davis pass ahead, Soik, and she got it to go. Nice basket inside, and finally the Rockets get it something to fall. They were on quite the drought offensively here for the last 4 or 5 minutes. Holtz gets trapped in the corner, able to get out of it. Looking to go inside. Hilgeman missing, and rebound down to Emma Schultz. Dribbling into the middle of the lane, kick out to Davis on the right wing. Davis through the contact, and that's going to go out of bounds. Back to Columbus. Davis has 4 of the 7 points, but it's been a little bit of a rough start for Autumn Davis here. She's seen this harassing Don's defense really put a lot of pressure on that basketball. And that's going to get tipped out. It will stay on this end. They're making, the Don's defense is making everything difficult here for Spencer as we are about a little over halfway through this first half. Gardner inside and gets a layup to go. Ellie Gardner continuing her strong performance. She has half of the Don's points here to begin this one at 16-7. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back with more basketball here from Spencer High School. You're watching Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
And welcome back here to Spencer. 9-point lead for Columbus over halfway through this first half. 3-pointer good for Autumn Davis. What a big 3 there for her. And that was a very important one, as now this game is down to 6. It looked early on like the Dons were going to kind of maybe run away with this one a little bit, but the Rockets have since kind of settled in on the defensive end, and they've made a couple of shots over the last 2 or 3 minutes, and they've inched their way back into this. Gardner dribbling to the free throw line, back out. Swinging around into the corner with Wilczek. Holtz responds with a big 3 on this end. And just like that, all momentum that the Rockets had has now come crashing down. Back to a 9-point lead here for Columbus. Gardner is going to get her hand in there, come away with the steal, and the lay-in good for Ellie Gardner. And back out now to an 11-point lead as Davis will take another 3. That's off. Gardner down with the rebound. And that's going to get stolen away by Davis. And that's going to get kicked out into the corner, and it will go back to Columbus. An 11-point game now, which is the largest lead of this first half for the Dons. Quick 5 points over this last minute. Hull swinging around to Gardner. Back up top of the arc. 3 is no good. Rebound comes down to Weber. Danica Weber bringing it up, taking it straight to the basket and scoring. Nobody picked up Danica Weber as she took it across half court, and there's an easy layup for her. Casperson looking to go inside. Nice find down to Bernick, but she can't finish. That's going to go out of bounds. Actually, we're going to get a foul called on Bernick. And we got a full timeout taken here by the Spencer Rockets. We'll take it with them. You're watching high school basketball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Discover Marshfield's wellness destination, Be Well Studio, now open in front of Pick and Save on Central Avenue in Marshfield. Experience cutting-edge recovery tools like hydromassage, infrared sauna, red light therapy, PEMF, and more, all designed to help your body and mind feel their best. You can pay per session or choose from memberships and packages available. Book your wellness session today at BeWellStudio.com or stop in at 601 South Central Avenue, Suite 400 in front of Pick and Save in Marshfield.
And welcome back here to Spencer High School, a 9-point Dons lead. About 5.5 minutes left in this first half. Columbus in control from the get-go. As the Rockets with the basketball, Davis on top. They can go inside, Sovak, and she's going to get fouled. Strong take to the basket. Foul called there on Chase Blenker. 2 shots here for Danny Sovak. Events were made for Nuts Deep 2 in Marshfield. Large groups or small private party spaces available for your event. Holiday party dates are booking fast, so call now for available dates. Gardner with it, top of the arc. Swinging around to Casperson. Down to Hilgeman. That jumper no good. That's going to go out of bounds. Back to the Rockets. Off of Hilgeman. Let's see if Spencer can make a dent in this lead here over the final 5 minutes. Spencer's kind of just looking to hang around with the Dons here as we close out the first half. Davis shot inside, no good. Hilgeman down with her second rebound. And that's going to go out of bounds, back to the Rockets. If Spencer can put together a little bit of a run here to end this half, they'll be in good shape heading into the second half. And that's what the Rockets are going to kind of look to do. Because so far, the Dons have been in control of this game from the opening tip. Inside, that layup no good. Wilczek comes down with the rebound. Back over to Holes in the corner. Wilczek is going to fake up and a travel. Back to the Rockets with just over 4 minutes left. Discover Marshfield's wellness destination, Be Well Studio. Experience cutting-edge recovery tools like hydromassage, infrared sauna, red light therapy, PEMF, I believe, and more. All designed to help your body and mind feel their best. Each 15 to 30-minute session is just $29 with memberships and packages available. Book your wellness session today at bewell/studio.com. We got 4 minutes left in this first half. This game has kind of slowed down a little bit as we've gone on. Columbus got off to a quick start, but it's kind of been back and forth with the game slowing down. And that's how the Rockets are going to want to play this. It's just kind of a slow, methodical game and just stick in there. And an offensive foul there on Ellie Gardner. Danica Weber stepping in to take the charge. That's going to be the 7th team foul on Columbus. Davis passing ahead. And there, that layup no good for Borst. And now in transition, it's an offensive foul. Gardner is going to get called for the offensive foul. And another turnover there for the Dons. Davis pass up, looking to go across court here with Alexa Weber. Now Autumn Davis for 3, left corner, off the mark. Borst down with the rebound and the putback. Nellie Borst gets that one to go. Back down to a 7-point game with 3 minutes left. Back over to Casperson. Into the corner now, Wilczek for 3. That's no good. Holtz right there for the rebound, and the putback good for Izzy Holtz. There's one way to get some points at the basket. Crash the glass. Davis 3 is airballed and out of bounds. Two and a half left in this opening half. Wilczek will bring it across. Gardner, and that's going to go out of bounds. Back to the Rockets. It's kind of how this first half has gone. No team able to kind of seize momentum. Once one team kind of gets something rolling on the offensive end, they turn it over, and then it kind of, just kind of kills whatever they had rolling. And that's been the story back and forth for both of these teams, I should say. Probably why we've seen kind of a stagnant, at least in the scoring column, I should say. There's a nice shot inside by Alexa Weber. So back to a 7-point game. We're just kind of trading buckets. We need to go inside. That's going to get taken away by Weber. And Alexa skirts through the defense and it's going to go out of bounds. Some fancy dribbling there by Alexa Weber. She was able to get past a couple defenders. Just couldn't quite get it to go at the rim. Gardner in the corner. Kick out, Casperson. That's no good. Out to Alexa Weber. And jump ball, possession will stay, or held ball, possession stays here with the Rockets. Let me tell you what, those refs are quick on the held ball calls tonight. That one didn't even look like it was a held ball. That's going to go out of bounds back to Columbus. Kind of been the story of this first half for Spencer is early on it was missed shots. They just couldn't get anything to fall. And more lately it's been turnovers. have kind of killed the Rockets' possessions. We're down to a minute as we pass over to Gardner. Top, Casperson for three. That's off. Davis down with the rebound. Autumn Davis driving, and she's going to get fouled. Foul called on Casperson. So Autumn Davis goes back to the Serve Pro free throw line to shoot two. And that one's also up and in. Now we're down to a 5-point game. This is the closest the Rockets have been here in this first half. Nice pass inside to Hilgeman. She can't get it to go, though. Scramble on the floor. That's going to go out of bounds. It will stay here with Columbus. Soik got that rebound from her butt. So 22 seconds left. Driving inside, Gardner gets a layup to go. It splits through the defense. Gets that one to fall. Now down to 10 seconds. Davis using the screen. Down along that left baseline. Kick back out. Borst driving, layup, no. Will check down with it, and that'll do it here in this first half. The Columbus Dons have a 25-18 lead going into the halftime break here over the Spencer Rockets. This lead was as large as 11. Spencer eventually got it down to 5, but we sit here at 7 going into the halftime break. We're going to take a quick break here, and we will get to our stats from the first half after these messages. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
And welcome back here to Spencer High School as we get set for our halftime show here is the Rockets and Dons go head-to-head here tonight in Eastern Clover Belt Conference girls basketball action. Columbus leading 25-18 at the halftime break. Let's take a look at our stats here in this first half. I kind of go down the page. Normally I go with the leading scorer and go in reverse order, but we'll go down the page for today. We start with Emma Schultz. She had 3 rebounds and a steal in the first half. Alexa Weber with 2 points, 1 rebound, and 2 steals. She had a brief spurt there in the middle of the, well, 2/3 of the way through the first half, I should say, where she was really aggressive, and she made some good plays on the defensive end, and that turned into points offensively, and that was a good little spurt there for her. Nellie Borst finished with 2 points, 2 rebounds. Addie Soik with 2 points, 1 rebound. Autumn Davis finishing with total of, give me 1 second here, 2, 4, 6, 9. She had 9 points in that first half, 3 rebounds and 2 steals. Then Danica Weber with 2 points and 2 rebounds as well. And then Danny Sobak off the bench with a point. Meanwhile, looking at the Columbus Dons stats here in this first half, once again, going down the page, starting with Kate Casperson, finished with 3 points and a rebound. She made her only 3 she made 1 3 in the game. I think she attempted a couple more, but they're probably going to need some more attempts from Kate Casperson here in the second half from behind the arc. Izzy Holes finishing with 5 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Maddie Bernick with 2 points, 6 rebounds, and a block. Sophie Wilczek with 2 rebounds, 1 point, and an assist. Ellie Gardner finishing with 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals. A very strong first half for Gardner. And then Chase Blanker finishing with 2 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. And then Kenley Hilgen with 2 rebounds as well. Rounds up the stats for the Columbus Dons here in this first half. As I mentioned, the Dons were in control of this one from the get-go. It's just that the Spencer Rockets have been kind of hanging around. Both teams have been unable to put together any kind of runs here as we've gotten further into this first half. And so we'll have to see if any team can kind of take control in the second half. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more here from Spencer High School. You're watching high school basketball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 28th through December 31st.
Did you know we carry chocolate that can help you stay strong and fit this holiday season?
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfein Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
So,
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
And welcome back here to Spencer High School. In our halftime, we got about 2 minutes before we begin the second half as the Spencer Rockets and Dons in a good one here. These two teams that I mentioned met earlier or twice last season. The first game here in Spencer was a 2-point game, so we might be in for a good second half if the Rockets can kind of get back into this one. Keys for the second half. First, we'll start with the Rockets. Try to get any kind of run going. They finished the first half really strong, got this game all the way down to 5. A 5-point lead at 1 point there. It's now 7. But they finished the first half really, really strong. After the largest lead of the first half was 11. So getting it down to that 5-point margin is really key for the Rockets, especially in a low-scoring game like this when every basket matters. And so if the Rockets can start this second half fast and try to close the gap once again, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Columbus to see if they can kind of respond here in the middle of in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Dons, it's the exact opposite. You want to get started fast here in the second half, really grow that lead, and kind of take Spencer out of this one. If you can start the second half the way you started the game, this is going to be a big hill for the Rockets to try to come back from, and that's what you want if you're the Columbus Dons here on the road. Just get out to a strong start here in the second half and kind of take Spencer out of it. Columbus has done a nice job on Autumn Davis there in that first half. I mentioned she does have, she has 9 points, so 9 of the 18 points for Spencer. But they've really made things difficult for Davis. She's taken a lot of shots to get those 9 points. And so, and including a couple of those times she went to the free throw line. 4 of the 9 are from the line. So if you take those out, she's been held to just 5 points actively from the field. And so that's some pretty good defense there for Columbus. Start the second half. Sophie Wilczek comes away with the rebound off the Casperson missed 3, and Gardner is going to travel. Took too many steps trying to get to the basket there. Davis will bring it across here for Spencer. That's going to be stolen away by Maddie Burdick. Her first steal of the night. Swinging around into the corner. Here's Gardner, drives along the left baseline, and she's going to step out of bounds. Ellie Gardner with 2 turnovers to begin the second half. Guess that's one thing you'll kind of notice, at least with a freshman in the getting used to playing varsity basketball. Game moves a little bit faster. And so we got 2 shots here for Autumn Davis. She'll go to the free throw line. Yes, sir, pro free throw line, I should say. That foul called on Kate Casperson. Davis at the line. One thing Autumn Davis has had done a nice job has been attacking the basket in the first half. And second free throw is up and in. Gardner will bring it across, down to a 5-point game here once again. Gardner, pass over to Wilczek, over to Casperson. Gardner driving, cut off. Looking to go now down to Casperson, kick out. Swing it around, and that's going to go out of bounds. Back to Columbus. Holtz will throw it in to Wilczek. Back out, Gardner drive, kick out to Casperson. Good defense here by the Rockets. Gardner inside, nice dish off to Maddie Bernick. And that's what you get. When you're able to penetrate the defense, somebody's going to have to come and help. That leaves somebody open. That's going to go out of bounds. And actually, they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Maddie Bernick. Felker Brothers of Marshfield, a leading manufacturer of stainless steel products, congratulates student athletes across central Wisconsin on your accomplishments both on and off the courts and fields. Best of luck this season from Felker Brothers of Marshfield. Soik driving, pass back out to Alexa Weber. Going inside, that layup off the mark, rebound down to Borst. And a held ball. Be Rocket basketball on their own baseline. Three is short. Casperson comes down with the rebound. Pass ahead to Holtz. Kick over to Gardner. And Gardner's jumper is off the mark. Holtz with the rebound. Put back no. Rebound down by Schultz. Weber kick out to Davis. Going cross court. There's a three. That's off. And eventually down to Alexa Weber. Wilczek and Blenker collided, which caused that one to go a little awry. Looking inside, and the shot basket good for Nellie Borst. Looking for a couple of fouls on that possession, nothing called. As Gardner will bring it back up top. That's one thing they're not quick on calling is fouls. They're quick to call held balls, though, so. But Emma Schultz will throw it in here for the Rockets. Back to a 5-point game. Had a bad pass. Holtz will come away with the steal, and then we got a foul called. Foul soon to be on Danica Weber. Sophie Wilczek will bring it across here for Columbus. And we got to adjust the clock. As Sophie Wilczek will bring it across. Back over to Gardner. Back to Casperson. Gardner will take the three from the top of the arc. That goes in and out. Schultz will come down with the rebound. Nice tip out to Schultz. Quick pass ahead. Sobak can't get the layup to go. Wilczek down with it. And another held ball. Possession will go to this end to Columbus. As Holtz will throw it in. 14 minutes left here in the second half. 5-point Dons lead. They get it to Blenker at the free throw line. Gardner going across to Wilczek. That's going to go out of bounds. Stay with Columbus. And we got a quick timeout taken here by the Dons. We will take it with them. We'll be back with more basketball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown.
And I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Retirement is a balancing act because everyone's financial situation is unique. A reverse mortgage loan can transform your home's equity into accessible cash, whether it's to pay off your mortgage, cover bills, or fund your dreams.
The cash is there if we need it, and it just takes a little stress off of our lives.
You have something else to fall back on?
Call me, Josh Kilty, your local retirement mortgage specialist, for a free consultation to help bring financial stability to your life.
And welcome back here to Spencer High School. 5-point game here between the Rockets and the Dons. It was a Columbus Dons timeout. As Gardner with it, a top of the arc out of that timeout. Over to Holes. Back to Gardner. That three is good. Ellie Gardner hitting a big three there for the Dons, her first one of the night. And that a big one because now it's out to an 8-point lead. Now into the corner now with Alexa Weber. Over to Davis. And that's going to be off. Blanker comes down with the rebound, and she's going to get fouled. Throwing it into Izzy Holtz. Gardner into the corner to Wilczek. Trapped in the corner, and she stepped out. Turnover there for Columbus. Gotten through the first 5 minutes here in this second half, and it over and back called on the Rockets. That was a good call as Schultz caught it as she was midair and just landed in the backcourt. Gardner over to Wilczek on the left wing. This was a 7-point game at the halftime break, 25-18. Back and forth we go here in the second half. Casperson down on the right block. Kick out Holtz for three, and she knocks it in. Izzy Holtz with her second three of the game, and that was a big one. It's now out to an 11-point lead, tied for the largest on the night. Back-to-back threes from Holtz and from a Gardner. And now we're going to get a foul. Davis almost got that one to roll in. Blocking foul called on Blankert. Autumn Davis will go to the Serve Pro free throw line. Going back to those threes, those were killer threes. Just because you had the Rockets were hanging in there. They had it down to a 5-point game once again, but two big threes. Really, it's opened this game back up again. And now Blanker throws it away to Danica Weber. Out to Alexa Weber. Davis, nice pass inside to Sobak, and she will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Nice response here, though, by the Rockets. Two shots here for Danny Sobak. That went off. Second free throw here for Sobak. That one's up and in. Back looking to go inside with Hilgeman. Double team comes, but she gets it to go. Kenley Hilgeman fighting through the contact and putting it in. Good strong play there from Kenley Hilgeman. And that's going to go out of bounds. It will stay on this end with Spencer. Back out to a 10-point game. Here's a three. That's going to be short by Soik. Izzy Holes down with the rebound. Back now to Holes for three. That's in and out. Rebound down to Davis. Drive, kick out, Danica Weber. Driving along that right side, back out to Emma Schultz. Looking to go inside, nice pass taken away by Kenley Hilgeman. Three is off. Rebound comes down to Addie Soik. And we're going to get a timeout taken here by the Rockets. 10-point Dons lead here at 35-25. We'll take a break here as well. We'll be back with more basketball. You're watching Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
And welcome back here to Spencer. Out of the Rockets timeout, they turn it over. Izzy Holes comes away with her second steal of the game. Dribbling kick out to Gardner. Back up top to Casperson. Inside the paint to Hilgeman. Back out Casperson for three, and that is in! Kate Casperson drills her second three of the game. And the three-pointers are flying here for the Dons in this second half. Out to a 13-point lead, the largest of the night for Columbus. Inside, layup no good for Borst. Davis with the rebound, put back also off. And that's going to go out of bounds. And we're going to get a foul called. And it'll be Rockets basketball. That three off the mark. Rebound comes down to Izzy Holes. Gardner driving inside. Nice pass, finds Holes and gets it for two. Beautiful find inside. Gardner to Holes. This game has broken open here as that jumper no good. Rebound off the mark. Rebound down to Hilgeman. That was Addie Soik on that end for the Rockets. Down to 9 minutes here as Gardner misses a layup. Davis down with the rebound. And finally, we have one team that's kind of gone on a bit of a run, and that's the Columbus Dons, as it's now out to a 15-point lead. The Rockets have done a nice job of just hanging around in this one. But now the Dons have gotten their threes to fall, and that's really broke open the game, as it was a 7-point lead at the half, 25-18. Now a 15-7 run here for the Dons in the second half, as Nellie Borst will get two for Spencer. Casperson, pass out to Holtz. Back over, Gardner for 3. That's in. Ellie Gardner getting it to fall. Another 3 for Gardner. Dons can't miss from behind the arc. And there's a turnover for the Rockets. 3-point shooting has really helped Columbus here in the second half. And now they're out to a comfortable 16-point lead. Hilgeman going across now. Gardner, swing it over. Holtz for 3. That's off. Hilgeman inside. Rebound no good. Gets her own putback. Got it. Kenley Hilgeman for 2. Another strong finish for Kenley. Alexa Weber getting some pressure. Gardner will guard Davis going across court. Davis driving inside, and she's going to get fouled as she puts up that shot. And so 2 shots here for Autumn Davis back at the Serve Pro free throw line. Davis has been perfect on the night from the line. 9 of 9. We got one more free throw. That one also up and in. 10 of 10 for Autumn Davis from the line. Back over to Casperson for 3, and she knocks it in again. Kate Casperson, 3rd 3 of the night. Wow, and the Dons cannot miss. They're knocking down everything. Davis driving inside. That layup off the mark. Sovak tips it to Izzy Holtz. That's stolen away, and layup no good. Davis put back no. That's going to go out of bounds. So they'll inbound here to Ellie Gardner. With just under 7 minutes, largest lead of the night here for Columbus at 19, 48-29. And we've seen the Dons flip a switch here about midway through that, well, almost midway through the second half. Once they've started hitting some threes, you could see that they picked up the pace, picked up the energy, started to get more shots in early offense. And that's been very successful for Columbus as they keep going. Izzy Holtz for 3, that's off. Hilgeman down with the rebound, and that's going to go out of bounds. Kenley Hilgeman has had a strong second half here for Columbus off the bench. She's got 4 points, and she's got a couple of rebounds in there as well, but she's brought it here in the second half for the Dons. Gardner back on top. Finds Wilczek. Over to Holes. And she's going to get fouled. 2 shots here for Izzy Holes. For 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Local, trusted, strong. Valley's Community Credit Union, where community comes first, federally insured by NCUA. Second free throw good, and now we're out to a 20-point game, as this is the largest lead here for the Dons on the night. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be back with the rest of this one here from Spencer. You're watching basketball here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Man, that furnace is just going down, and retirement's not working out how we wanted to have it happen. What can we do?
Let's see what Donnie has to say. At Citizens Financial Services, located at Citizens State Bank, we specialize in developing unique plans for our clients to provide guidance in retirement. A customized plan starts with your goals, your needs, paired with a well-thought-out strategy to address those goals.
I think this is going to work.
To set up a time, call me, Donnie Snyder, at 715-486-8151.
And welcome back here to Spencer High School. 20-point lead here for the Dons. It was a 7-point lead at the halftime break. The Dons have really hit another gear here about midway through the second half. Addie Soik gets that basket to go for the Rockets. Will check for three. That's no good. Gardner down with the rebound. Now Will check left corner or left wing three off the mark. Gardner there once again has that one taken away. Alexa Weber now out. And that's going to go out of bounds. Back to Columbus. Five and a half minutes left in this one. Looking to go inside now to Hilgeman. And she gets it to go. Kenley Hilgeman with another strong finish down low, putting together a good game. Davis using the screen inside here with Soik. Kick out to Davis. Pass over to Weber. That's going to go to Alexa Weber. Loses it. Casperson the beneficiary there, and now we have a held ball. Stay on this end here with Columbus. Prices More Than Floors of Marshfield. Stop in today for quality window treatments, paint, tile, remnants, and quality flooring. Visit their showroom, visit their website, or give them a call today. And there is a three. Ellie Gardner knocking in another one from behind the arc. She's been on fire tonight once again. And there's another held ball. Possession will stay here with Spencer. And Maddie Bernick will come in here for the Dons. 4.5 minutes left in this one. We want to thank our game day sponsors of Arts Body Shop, Bruce Orthodontics, Gross Motors of Marshfield, ShedsDelivered.com, and Hefco Floral. And that's going to go out of bounds. Back to Columbus. Visit Marshfield to see the largest holiday lights display in central Wisconsin, featuring over 2 million lights at Wildwood Park. Open every night from 5 to 9 p.m., the day after Thanksgiving through New Year's Eve. Admission is free with a suggested donation of non-perishable food or cash. You can go to, for more information, go to visitmarshfield.com. Taken away by Davis. She'll bring it up here for the Rockets. Over to Soik. And she loses that. That's going to go out of bounds. And it will be Don's basketball. And we're going to get a sub into the game here for Columbus. Soik will head to the bench. And so Emma Schultz will throw it in here for the Rockets. 23-point lead here for Columbus. Schultz over to Weber. 3.5 minutes left in this one as Jaylee Garneau will come in here for the Dons. Hiller's True Value is Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. On the job or in the woods, be ready to fight the winter elements. Check out Hiller's large selection of heated gear to keep you warm this winter wherever you go. Hiller's True Value in Marshfield. Casperson will throw it in here for the Dons. Coming in here for the Rockets, Kaya Kraus. Her first appearance of the night. Getting it down to Garneau along that baseline, and travel called on Jaylee Garneau. And we got about 3.5 minutes left in this one. The Columbus Dons were in a tight battle with the Rockets here until about that, say like 11, 12-minute mark here in the second half. Columbus hit a couple of threes and really broke this game open. From that point on, Columbus went on a big run, and it's been a large lead ever since. We were just waiting for somebody to kind of take control of this game, and Dons were able to do it. As Garneau will come down with a rebound. And that's going to go out of bounds. And so that's going to be a foul called there on the Dons. And so 1-and-1 here as Autumn Davis will go to the free throw line. That one is up and in. And in for Spencer here is Kaislyn Kraus. And a first miss of the night for Davis. Silgaman comes down with the rebound. We can go inside, and Casperson will come away with it. Kick out to Wilczek. Nice look inside as Jaylee Garneau finishes for two. Nice pass inside and a good bucket for Jaylee Garneau. Brad Krecklau and Ian Pierce are your Rural Mutual Insurance agents in Marshfield. They offer a full line of insurance products. Contact them today for a free quote. It's going to go out of bounds and back to Columbus. Also, First Choice Credit Union in Marshfield serves anyone who lives or works in Wood, Marathon, Clark, or Portage counties. Make First Choice Credit Union your first choice for loans. Just over 2 minutes left in this one. Dons with a comfortable lead as Aubrey Lambrecht came in as well during that last break. Getting inside now, Bernick. Kick out, Wilczek. And she knocks in the triple. Sophie Wilczek getting the basket to fall. Now out to a 27-point lead here for the Dons, holding the Rockets to just 14 points here in the second half. Rockets' Haley Mateer also in. Going inside. That's going to get taken away by Garneau. Garneau in transition can't get it to go. Bernick rebound, put back off. Hilgeman, no. That over to Bernick. And we got travel called there on Hilgeman. Oh, turnover there for the Dons. 1:22 left in this one. Coming up next is our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. Kaya Kraus will get tied up. Should mention that Carla Fernandez is also in there for the Rockets. Hilgeman pass over to Garneau. Inside to Bernick. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. One minute left. A 27-point lead here for Columbus. Really closing this one out well here tonight against the Rockets. Don's looking to move to 6-2 on the season, 3-1 in the Eastern Clover Belt. Rockets, meanwhile, with this loss, will fall to 2-4 on the year, 1-3 in the Clover Belt. Get it inside. Now back out. Fernandez for three. That's off. Yeah, Sobak unable to track that down in the corner. Hilgeman will bring it across. That's going to get tipped out there by Haley Mateer. Don's just able to run away from the Rockets here as we got further into this half. Hilgeman's going to throw that one away. So after this game was close throughout, Don's doing a nice job of just kind of finding some early offense, and that kind of saved some of their possessions. Getting some shots up early. And unfortunately, they're able to make them. As Blanker comes away with the steal. Pass ahead to Garneau. Going to lose it. Back up. Lambrecht for three. That's off the front of the rim. Hilgeman there for the rebound. That's no good, and that'll do it. We got one good one here tonight, a 59-32 victory for the Columbus Dons. As I said, they'll move to 6-2 on the year. Meanwhile, the Rockets fall to 2-4 on the season tonight with the loss. But the Dons able to pull away here in the second half from Spencer after getting tested early. And so the Dons prevail. We have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show coming up for you here after these messages. Thank you for watching here tonight on Zaleski Sports. This game was brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Awesome sauce. Alrighty. Over there. Oh, where's he going? Alrighty, welcome back here to Spencer High School as we're kind of wrapping things up here on a Don's 59-32 victory here tonight over the Spencer Rockets. Before we get to our interviews, let's take a look at our stats because the coaches and players have not come out yet. So, let's first start with the Spencer Rockets. They were led in scoring tonight by Autumn Davis. She finished with 16 points, including 9 of 10 from the free throw line. 11 of 12 from the line. So an impressive showing for her in that regard. 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals tonight for Autumn Davis. We got 6 points for Nellie Borst with 3 rebounds as well. 4 points for Addie Soik, 3 rebounds for her. 2 points for Alexa Weber, 3 rebounds and 4 steals for her. 2 points for Danica Weber, 3 rebounds and a steal. 2 for Danny Sobak off the bench. And then Emma Schultz finished with 5 rebounds and a steal. That rounds out the Rockets scoring in this one. And we got Coach Wilson who has shown up. So let's get him in here before we do the Columbus stats. So, Coach Wilson, let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. You guys you got off to a quick start, but then you kind of were battling back and forth with Spencer until you kind of seized momentum there in the second half. So, I guess tell me what was the difference there in the second half, because you were kind of just going back and forth, and it wasn't really nobody really gained any momentum for a little bit there.
Yeah, I think the first half, you got to give a lot of credit to Spencer and Coach Davis. I think they did a really good job. They play really hard. With that being said, I also think that our group has to get locked in right away. I think we sometimes come in and we don't play to our level. And I challenged the girls at half. I said, this isn't how we play. We've got to play harder. There's too many times with miscommunication, not knowing who we have defensively, and that can't happen for a good team. And so we challenged them a little bit, and hopefully that's a learning experience tonight, and it doesn't happen again. So I think much better in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys were able to get your 3-point shots to fall there midway through the second half. And I noticed it was more of early offense is really what kind of got that rolling, so that you weren't sitting into these long possessions. I guess talk a little bit about how is the offense set up, Are you looking for early shots, or is it just kind of find whatever you get?
Honestly, the second half, we moved the ball better. It wasn't one pass and a shot with somebody in your face. We hit gaps, we got the ball to the high post, and then you're a lot more open. It's a lot more in rhythm. So we shot the ball better when that happens, and we talked about that at half. And, sometimes we get in the tendency, we have some really good athletes, and they can get easy shots quick, but they're not the best shots. And so once we start moving the ball, it's better.
There you go. That's the best answer I was looking for there. I was trying to come up with something, but there you go. Any other takeaways here from tonight's game against Spencer?
No, I think the reality is, we've lost both the games we've lost this year on the road, and I think we've got to learn how to play on the road a little bit better, get locked in quicker, and get ready to go. And I think if we do that, we'll be fine. But we still got somewhat of a young team, and I think some of our senior leaders need to help with that a little bit, and I think they will.
Definitely going forward here. It's still early in the season, so we got plenty of basketball coming. But congratulations here on picking up the win here tonight against Spencer.
Appreciate the coverage, Ben. Thank you.
You're welcome. And let's bring in our player of the game here tonight. We got Sophie Wilczek, as she is stopping by to say hi for everyone. And so, Sophie, here, you guys had a tough go early on against Spencer. But you were able to kind of pull things together there in the second half. So kind of walk me through that first half where it was a little back and forth.
Yeah, we just had to figure some things out in the first half, figure out how we're going to play our offense. And then at halftime, we really talked about what we could fix going into the second half, move the ball more, rebound, hit gaps and stuff, and just have a lot of effort going into the second half.
Yeah, and that second half, it's definitely, I could see there was more energy, better ball movement to it. Everything was kind of falling into place at that point. Let's talk about a little bit about your team here, I should say. One is, it's still early in the season, but what is one good thing about you guys as a team? You guys are off to a really good start, honestly, with only 2 losses so far. So what's been one positive thing here for you guys as a team?
So our team has some pretty big goals for the season. We're all on the same page about what we want to accomplish, and we're willing to do whatever it takes to get there. So we know going into every game, we just have to work really hard, and we're always there supporting each other and just having each other's backs.
Yes, and that is fantastic. And as you keep going on and you keep doing that, more wins will keep coming. So that's very good. But now let's put you in the house here.
I'm Sophie Wilczek, and I'm in the house. Dear Sophie, happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha.
Yeah. There we go. It's Sophie's birthday. Happy birthday to her. Let's look at the Columbus stats while we're going here. So, all right. Dons were led in scoring tonight by Ellie Gardner, finishing with 21 points on the night, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Izzy Holtz, had 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals as well. 9 points for Kate Casperson, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. 6 points for Kenley Hilgeman, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. A really strong game from Hilgeman off the bench. So a great night from her. 4 points from Addie Bernick, 9 rebounds as well, 1 assist, a steal, and a block. Stuff in the stat sheet, like typical. Sophie Wilczek with 4 points, 4 rebounds, and assist as well. 2 points for Chase Blanker, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal. And then 2 points for Jaylee Garneau, 1 rebound, and a steal as well. That'll kind of wrap up the stats here for the Columbus Dons on the night. They get the win here, 59-32, move to 6-2 on the season, 3-1 in conference. Meanwhile, the Rockets fall to 2-4, 1-3 in conference. Well, that'll do it here from Spencer High School. Thanks for tuning in for tonight's broadcast here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Bren Brecht signing off for Trevor as well. We will see you on Tuesday as the Columbus boys host the Gilman Pirates. So see you on Tuesday. Have a great rest of your night.